We are with Interflon. Interflon is a Dutch-owned family company that started in 1980, and its founder has created what's called the MIGPOL technology.
Okay.
And MIGPOL technology is a proprietary technology which is based on Teflon. And I guess you know what Teflon is.
Yes.
This is, for example, 2 pieces of Teflon. If you rub those 2 pieces one over each other, what do you feel?
Slick.
Yeah, and if you press as hard as possible, what do you feel then?
Still slick.
Still, huh?
Yeah.
That's because Teflon, I don't know if you knew that, has the lowest friction coefficient of all solid materials on Earth.
Okay.
So our founder, Mr. Wim Horsmans, forget about the name, he thought if lubricating in reality is try to reduce the friction between 2 dynamic parts, I hope you agree with that, and Teflon has the lowest friction, in theory this could be the best lubricant. But the thing is how to create a lubrication film out of this material. So that's how he started to investigate, and he bought the original Teflon from DuPont, which is the creator, the inventor of Teflon. And this is what he found out. If you give him your hand, these are original Teflon particles. If you rub them over each other as if we're generating friction hard, can you create a film with it?
No, it kind of just clumps together.
Clumps together, balls up,
Yeah.
and that is exactly what happens with Teflon, also known under this chemical name PTFE, polytetrafluoroethylene. So our founder thought this is not what I want. I want the Teflon to be the lubrication film and not the oil, because this would be an additive to the oil, but still the oil should be the lubricant, otherwise this would happen. So he did 2 treatments. He micronized the Teflon particles even to 0.05 micron, which is a 60th part of a hair, so it could penetrate in the pores of each material. Secondly, he polarized it. That's the second part of MIGPOL. He gave it a negative charge, so it would stick to the surface that has a positive charge. And that result is MIGPOL, and that is used in all our lubricants as the basis for lubrication. If you give me your hand again, you will see it's much thinner powder. If you a little bit too much, but it's okay. If you do that, that's quite a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see, it penetrates into your pores. It sticks everywhere. And leaves you. In fact, it leaves you something like this. Also on your finger. You see that? And the curiosity about this is, if you do this, this is water. So you know that one of the problems, especially in the marine, the boats, water, salt water, creating corrosion. So look what it does with water. I put a drop of water into your hands, and please play with it. What do you see? It's like mercury, isn't it? If you throw it away somewhere, and you touch the surface again,
it's dry.
Completely dry, isn't it? So Teflon is considered to be one of the best water repellent products on Earth. So with our, we'll take it off later. Don't worry, or shower twice a day. And so with our MIGPOL technology, we're able to really avoid metal-metal contact because of the Teflon film on both sides. Protect against corrosion, but the most important thing is reduce friction to a minimum thanks to the Teflon properties. And the savings are enormous. A part of less wear and tear, less lubrication, longer lubrication intervals, cleaner lubrication, and that is what we offer to our customers. Cost savings thanks to this technology. I'll show you how that works in practice. This is the theory. Rich?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, I want to show you how our MIGPOL technology works in. Oh yes, sorry. No, but we'll take it off later. Don't worry.
The whole hand?
The whole hand, I'll show you how our technology works in a grease, in a spray grease, and how it works in a lube. So, this is Fin Super. And before I demonstrate you the product, I would like to see if you share, let's say, what we hear a lot about people in maintenance and service, that lubricating with a conventional oil, which is a liquid, fluid, has some inconveniences. Let's imagine, because this is a good example, these are 2 metal parts. For example, a pin and a bush. Where would you like the lubricant to be in order to lubricate?
Obviously in the center.
In the center, but we are not always able to disassemble like this, put oil and put it back. So What we need is a penetrating oil that,
Yep.
that if we put it on the edges, would
Yeah.
reach the center.
Yep.
And isn't it true that people put it on all the edges a little bit more to ensure it will reach?
Yeah.
But if we put a lot, it can contaminate.
Yep.
It can drip, and everything that stays on the edges is a perfect basis to attract all the dust, sand, and all the contaminants in the environment, isn't it? And that will mix and create an abrasive paste.
Yep.
If that comes in,
Yeah. Then
you
you're
create
trouble.
wear.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing is that if you want to relubricate it and all the paste is here, it doesn't penetrate at all. So you have continuously clean
Yep.
everything before you relubricate.
Yep.
And at the end, let's suppose that it reaches the center.
Okay.
And oil is a fluid.
Yep.
If we put pressure on it because it will go on working,
Yeah.
what happens with that fluid?
So push out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes out again there where you don't want it, and
Yep.
where you need it, highest pressure point, you don't have anymore.
Yep.
So it's very short in effect. And that's why we have to keep on cleaning and lubing.
Yep.
But thanks to our MICPOL technology, we have mostly solved all those inconveniences by offering a completely dry lubricant.
Okay.
I'll show you. First of all, if you can approach a little bit, you will see we need a little quantity
Yep.
and it will penetrate. This is enough. And you see how it creeps in.
Yep.
Can you see it? Yeah, how it creeps in. And this is the good thing about it. You need less quantity. The special solvent we have developed makes and enables the product to penetrate.
Yep.
And what you see is that it brings in the MICPOL particles inside, and the same solvent that made it possible that it penetrates fluidly will also evaporate the oil, leaving
Yeah.
you a dry MICPOL film. Show you quickly how that looks like. Let's assume the same two metal parts, just to assure that you feel
Yeah.
friction here. If you press hard,
Yeah.
no
Can't
movement
move it.
possible.
Yep.
So we have to lubricate that. I'll do that in equal parts. And with your permission, I will use one of the products you're using at this moment.
Yeah.
I don't want to make everything filthy here. Move like that. No, this. Which one do you want me to use? This one?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Put it on. And I want you to ask to press again and see how it works. Press hard because there's pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
I hear paper over paper. Do you
Yeah.
hear that too?
Yeah.
Probably because it needs more. Because that's the thing, it needs more
Yeah.
in order to work. I'll put a little bit more.
Yeah.
Now probably will go better.
Yeah. It's slicker. And you still.
But
Yeah.
when you're pressing, you feel already the
Yeah.
contact. And when you don't want it, at the sides, you can see that,
Yep.
it will, what we just said, attract dust and sand.
What's that you're putting on there now, Roberto?
Sand.
That's
Sand, yeah. This is sand. And you see, it sticks to it.
Yep.
And even if we try to blow it off, it will still remain
Yeah.
particles. And if you do then,
Yeah. You feel it on there.
Sandpaper.
sandpaper, isn't it? That is what in this is dramatized, but this is what in reality happens.
Yep.
If you put our Fin Super on, again, little quantity is enough. You don't need that much. It's not the oil lubricating, it's the MICPOL lubricating. The oil is just transporting.
Yeah.
I invite you to do the same again. And continue, please. Do you get dirty hands of oil?
No, it's slick.
And no dirty hands. It dries quickly. And look, this is what
Yeah.
happens. It goes better and better because the oil has done this job, leaving the MICPOL, the micronized and polarized Teflon particles on the surface.
Yeah.
Now you have a completely dry film, as smooth as you had here.
Yeah. It's slick.
And look, just for the sake of the cleaners, totally dry.
Yeah.
And of course, we cannot avoid parts being lubricated with our MICPOL.
Yeah.
Won't receive any contaminants like sand. Of course not. It will be there. And it will try to mix. You can see already, I don't even have to blow.
Yeah.
It falls off. So if you blow a little bit with an air gun, And even if there are particles in between, nothing
Yeah.
sticks to Teflon, it will be repelled completely. You see?
Yeah, it's like.
Huh?
Yeah.
So what you just have seen is that with Fin Super, we have a really, look, it penetrated to all the corners with
Yep.
little quantity. That's for us cost saving number one for clients. If you push, you see the product
Yeah,
doesn't come out, it stays inside, leaving you a dry, long lasting MIG-POL film, Teflon film, where dust and sand does not adhere to.
Cool.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah. Very cool.
Okay.